Growing up, I didn't have my dad. It was just my mom and my 3 older siblings. We were homeless, like, a lot. And then I finally met my dad when I was in my teens, and he was addicted to drugs. I thought that he really was trying to be in my life. He wasn't. He was just trying to, like, create an image for himself, because he's very narcissistic. I never had somewhere that I could be like, oh yeah, this is home. Or, you know, I couldn't really have friends over because I don't know how long I'm gonna be staying here. Because I'd see a lot of other kids and their dads, and that was a struggle for me. Because, like, why am I not good enough for you to be here right now? My mom was very drunk. We just moved into an apartment in Longview, and I still wasn't enrolled into high school in, like, my sophomore year of high school. And so I'd called my aunt, and that was, I guess, like, one of the times I realized, like, I need to take care of me and I need to do things differently. When I moved in with my grandma, she was great. She taught me everything I know. Like, we did everything together. And she showed up to all, like, school events. So, like, parent-teacher conferences, volleyball games. She made sure I got up in the morning for school, made sure I was actually enrolled in school. And she was, like, a huge support system, and probably my first best friend that I had. My relationship with my kid's dad was not healthy. He was very abusive and narcissistic and controlling. When I found out I was pregnant, he very much wanted me to have an abortion. Like, he'd say some of the most awful things. Like that he was gonna push me down the stairs to get rid of it. Yeah, it was... Looking back now, I'm like, how could I just sit there and listen to that? That's wild. It was scary when I found out I was pregnant, because to imagine me as a mom with the role model I had, I for sure thought I was gonna fail. I just didn't see a future. I found out about Road to Hope through 211. I was just pregnant. We just moved into our apartment. I thought things were great, but my kid's dad left me, which is why I ended up calling 211. They gave me Road to Hope's phone number, and I was skeptical because I was like, a maternity home? I don't know about that. And Elena answered the phone, and I told her my situation, and she told me about the program. And then I think it was the next day I had an interview on the phone to come get picked up with all my stuff. It was pretty quick, and it was worth it. When Road to Hope picked me up, I was nervous. It was a mix of emotions of, it was scary, but exciting, and a relief. Like, I felt that's where I needed to be. It felt safe. I had a room, I had a bed, I have food. No one here is gonna harm me. Road to Hope, Elena and Frank, they were, like, I could see the similarities between the relationship with my grandma and the relationship with Road to Hope staff. So, like, it's unmatched. I ended up leaving after I had my first son, but I left Road to Hope with more power than I went into it with, and a lot more accomplishments. Like, I actually believed if it didn't work out with my kid's dad, I can leave. Like, I'm strong enough for this time. And I did. They gave me a lot of, like, building blocks on how you're supposed to do life. And, like, they reconnected me with my faith. Before Road to Hope, my relationship with Jesus was unclear. I didn't even read the Bible, and I didn't talk to my friends and family about Jesus. After Road to Hope, I read my Bible daily. Like, that was actually I got a Bible as a reward for doing homework and getting my high school diploma at Road to Hope. That was a gift that they gave me. But, like, I felt free to ask questions, even if they sounded stupid. Like, how could he part the sea? How could one person do that? Well, you know, and I learned and I believed. And I think before Road to Hope, I wouldn't even be brave enough to ask anybody that kind of question. And having that relationship with Jesus makes my life easier because I can trust him with a lot of my struggles. My life is just so different now. Like, of course, when I say that, I think, man, I miss naps. You know, it's nice because you get to snuggle up with your little human and you're responsible for their little life. And that feels great. A lot of the things from Road to Hope that I use as building blocks today are like budgeting. That was a big one we worked on when I lived at Road to Hope, and I do that every day. They had me take some parenting classes online. That's been a big help. Frank and Elena gave me the vibe of like a mom and dad, and a healthy and safe mom and dad at that. They're so accepting and like welcoming and supportive, and they show up and they celebrate the small things. Because my grandma actually passed a year before I got pregnant. I hadn't felt that same level of support. If I met someone in a similar situation as mine, I would tell them to run the opposite direction, take your baby, and go to Road to Hope. The chaos, it gets very addicting, and the toxicity gets very addicting, but think about what's at stake. And like, you're about to have a kid. So like, this is real life now. You can't mess with their life too. It's not fair.